Hello there, it's 8 Feet Under and Nate, depending on what you want to call me, and today I'm using the new guns in Phantom Forces. There was just a new update released, and they have a new map called Prison Break, or something like that, and they have 4 new guns, so I'll just do a little overview of the guns. Well, we have this battle rifle, the MC51SD, and it looks a lot different from the other battle rifles, so we'll just look through them real quick. Most of them look like the G3, like G3, AG3, and FAL, this FAL, and this one looks a lot different. It looks sort of like the MP5 from Reason to Die before it was removed, if you know what that is. And it also looks like this submachine gun here. The second battle rifle that's new is the FAL 50.63 Para. This one is different. This one has a 20 round magazine, barely any recoil, and pretty high damage. It's like, or not too high damage for a battle rifle, but decently high damage. This one has a bit lower damage, or lower maximum damage, higher minimum damage. Has a faster fire rate, like a lot faster, like 160 RPM faster. And it has much better iron sights, but it's a bit like, I don't know. I prefer this one. I'll start using this one. It's on Rapid 911. This is a good map to test out weapons, because there are places where you can use short range weapons and long range weapons. Alright, there was an intervention back there. I could have picked it up. AN-94 there, that's a good gun. Someone else. Oh, there's a bunch of those just lying around. Alright, let's see if we can find any enemies. We can test out the long range capabilities. Or close range, or that was more medium range. I think it did pretty well for medium range. Are there enemies over here? Oh, there is. There are. And I wasn't paying attention. Goodness, the M60, that's a good gun. I use that sometimes. Alright, anyway, let's go back to testing this thing out. I only have the Z point, but I think that a longer range optic like the C79 would be good with this gun, or depending on the map, because I think the reflex sight would actually be really great for that. I don't like using battle rifles too much. I just find that the recoil is really high and not really worth the extra damage and range. And if you are using it at ranges, you have to tap fire like a lot. I just find that battle rifles are pretty much automatic DMRs. And I really like to use DMRs, but then having them in automatic mode just doesn't really change anything to me, or it just makes them less useful. I hate it when I get spawn killed, or when I don't respond fast enough to... Alright, well, looks like it's good at close range in the automatic mode, but then at medium and long range you have to tap fire a lot to get it to go where you want it. It's a lot like the Mark 11. I'll put that out there. It's like a Mark 11 with less damage and automatic mode, but it's good at close range, so we can give it that. Ooh, it's got a average reloads time. I would say that's on par with most SMGs, but this is not an SMG, this is a battle rifle. I think it's a bit above average for battle rifles, actually. Where this weapon really shines is at close range, so I'll put... Alright, next gun. Oh, Stevens double barrel with slugs. I've seen that a couple times. Next weapon. The suppressed version of, I don't know, a battle rifle, I guess. It doesn't have too much damage, well, higher than most assault rifles, but then it's actually lower than a lot of assault rifles, like the AK variants, or at long range it's a lot lower than the AK variants, and the L11, or not L11, L85A1, I'm pretty sure that's what the gun was. Alright, let's test its tap firing capabilities. I hit the guy 3 times, I think, or I'm not sure. I'll have to do this again. I don't know. It's usable, but if they're firing back, then not really that much. Or I don't know. It has a lot less recoil than the other one, but then if you put the right attachments on the other one, then you could probably balance it out. You can use this gun in automatic mode at medium ranges, as long as they're not crawling like that guy is, but you do burn through ammo pretty fast. Where are ya? Where are ya? Yep, he's using the same gun that I am, and he seems to be enjoying it a lot more than I am. So, you have to tap fire a lot to get it to work at long range. Medium range, you can go automatic because it doesn't have too much recoil, and most of it is vertical recoil, and not very much horizontal recoil. And it doesn't have too much recoil in general, but at close range, it's not great. It works. You can kill enemies pretty fast. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it might 2-hit kill at short range. But I don't know. So, like 2-hit kill with the body shots, and that's pretty much it for this gun. Let's just try to tap fire that guy. It has a pretty slow bullet speed, which isn't great, but it has a built-in suppressor, so what can we expect? Alright, got sniped by an Obrez. Hasn't happened in a while. Alright, next weapon. We're going to move on to DMRs. There are 2 new DMRs, the MSG90 and the SA58 SPR. This gun is a lot like a nerfed SCAR SSR. 10 rounds in the magazine, higher fire rate, but then less damage. Let's use it. The sights on this gun are very blocky. It does 1-hit kill with a headshot for quite a long range. It's mostly useful for like taking out enemies at long or medium ranges. It's actually a lot like the SCAR SSR in that manner, but then it shoots faster, less damage. I forgot to look at the rank unlocks. Anyway, I'll do that after. I think this one was like around 59. The iron sights on this gun are very blocky and obstructive, but that can be fixed by equipping any other sight. Let's look at the rank unlocks. For the battle rifles, this one is rank 86. This one is rank 89, and I'm not sure about that because I like the AG3 a lot more than those two, so. Alright, back to DMRs. This one is unlocked at rank 59. Yes, I was right. And the other one is unlocked at rank 78. So they are pretty high rank guns. Like most players are under rank 50 for comparison. But then they aren't like super high rank either, like the Steyr SCO, which is like rank 196, or I don't know, the Hekate, which is like rank 150. There's a lot of high ranking snipers. This DMR, it's not great for close range, but then it is a DMR, so it's more used for long range. You can kill an enemy pretty fast at close range if you land your shots, but for the most part, it's better at long ranges. Now the other one, the SA58 SPR, unlocked at rank 89, and 20 rounds in a magazine. 2 hit kills at close range, or sometimes it does. It only 2 hit kills at very close range. It's a lot like the Mark 11, and that's what I'm going to be relating it to, because it's pretty much just a buff to Mark 11, and I love the Mark 11. The Mark 11 was like my favorite gun for like until I was like rank, I don't know, 50 or something, and then I started using the MP7, which is also a low rank gun, and I used a lot of different guns. But that sniper duel there was like really slow. It's funny. Damn it, my teammate lost the sniper duel. It's not great at close range, but it can be used at close range. Sort of like, let's see, the Mark 11. I think it has a slower fire rate than the Mark 11, so got to take that into consideration. It does do, I'm pretty sure it does more damage. Whoa, okay, that was pretty nice. Like the Mark 11, it does not have very much recoil. Pretty fast fire rate for a DMR. Let's just get over here. It's useful at long range. I haven't really tested it at long range too much, because the iron sights aren't great, but the iron sights are really good, but then really good for iron sights. I already have 30 kills with it. Let's put the Z point on it, or Z point. I'm calling it a Z point because come on, did that 99 damage? I hate it when you do not. It's doing 99 damage is like the worst thing in Phantom Forces. Did not expect that to kill him, because someone else must have had to damage him a little bit first. There. 3 hit kills at that range. I think that it might 3 hit kill at like any range. Or yeah, I think it might 3 hit kill at like long range or all ranges except for super close, or at 2 hit kills, because the Mark 11 does do that, and it is a lot like the Mark 11. I'm always going to relate this to the Mark 11, because the Mark 11 has 20 rounds in a magazine plus 1 if you have one in the chamber. This gun has the same as that. This gun is useful at long range, and like very good at long range. You could probably ruin a sniper's day with this over and over again. And the Mark 11, when I got this skin for it, the All-Seeing Eye, it was immediately my favorite gun. Then this would probably be good with the same optic. I'm actually, should I buy an optic for it? I'll buy the C79 because it's cheap. Alright, let's just test it out again. This is probably the best gun of the update, in my opinion. Highway Lot or Metro, honestly, doesn't matter. Both of those maps are good. Yeah, the C79, it used to be a really good like long-range sight, but then it kind of got nerfed a little bit or changed to be not such a good long-range sight. It's still pretty good. It's still usable. But it's a lot less useful at short ranges now, and because it blocks off a lot of your screen. Where are the enemies? I want to use this at long range. Oh yeah, this is great at long range. This is like the LMG. The Mark 11 and this gun are like LMGs at long range, or it's like an LMG at short range. Or I'll rethink that. It's like if you use an LMG at like short or medium range, then you can keep a lot of enemies at bay. But then with this, it's like that, but that at long range. So, damn it, I was expecting that, but then I don't know. I'm using a DMR here. I should probably switch to my secondary for that. What team am I on? The losing team. That's great. Okay, where are those enemies? Who puts a VCOG 6x scope on a Remington 700? It already has a good scope on it. You don't need to change that. I hit a headshot on them that didn't do any damage because the bullets don't register if you're dead before they hit. Which is dumb. I think that should be changed. Got that guy. Recovered the team flag. Did a bunch of other heroic stuff. Where the enemies are at the top of this hill. I'll just kill them from an angle so that they can't get me. Come on. Come on. Come on, get in my sights. Oh, shoot. Okay. There we go, we got that guy. I don't want to use my pistol at that range. That's quite a long range for this pistol. It is usable at that range, but I prefer not to use it at that range. Damn it. You got me. I was just camping there, just shooting up all the people who came along. Alright, our base is about to get stolen, or the flag is. Yeah, I think the TA-33 ACOG, or whatever that sight is, would be a lot better on this gun than the other one, but then I did not want to spend too much credits on that, so damn it. Okay. I think that wraps it up for the video. So if you're planning on buying any of these guns for credits and you don't know which one to get, this is probably your best bet, but then you can just use the Mark 11 and have pretty much the same experience. If you want something different, the FAL is probably your best bet, but it is a lot like the G3, so don't go too overboard with it. Honestly, this is the most unique gun of the update. And then with this gun coming in second, the most effective gun of the update, or the best all-around gun, is this DMR here. But then, oh yeah, did they nerf this? I think they nerfed that. Okay, well anyway, this is the most efficient gun of the update, most effective, all that stuff. With I don't know, the other DMR coming in second, I guess. It's just, don't really know how to make these I don't really know how to rank them too much with that. Just depends on the map. But then this DMR here, the SA58 SPR, is my favorite gun of the update and the best all-around gun. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, you may consider liking, but a subscriber is more useful to me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.